Hey, good morning everybody. This is Pete from Pete on the AT. This is day 5 of my Appalachian Trail through hike. Yesterday was, well, it was the best day. The sun was shining. It was, good temperature. My legs, my heart, my lungs felt really good. Got to camp, had a really good bunch of people to talk to and visit with. But and last night I slept, kind of normal. It got down to about 34, so it wasn't bad. This morning, I'm not the last person to leave camp, but everybody got up super early this morning to get moving. We've got about an 8-mile day. There's some cabins that some of the guys wanted to get. I told them to save a space for me, so we'll see if I've got a place to sleep tonight. A glorious day. Let me see, maybe you might be able to see the sun coming over the mountain. So today I'm going to dedicate my entire day to a couple of fraternity brothers. One is Jeff Kidwell and his family, who passed away. He passed away a couple of years ago after a long battle of cancer. And I don't know how many treatments that he went through, but it was a lot. And everybody misses him. I know his family does. And then another fraternity brother that died real recently, his name is Eric Littikainen, and his family. I didn't know Eric very well because he was a number of years younger than I am, but the people that I've talked to who knew him said that he was dedicated to his family, dedicated to the Lord, and it was just a real tragedy at his loss. So this morning, first thing, I'll start off with a rosary for them, and then some prayers and meditation throughout the day. All right, got about 8 miles to go, and so I'm off. Today, most of the day is going to be getting up and over something called Blood Mountain, which definitely sounds ominous. I've got maybe 6 or 7 people ahead of me that were in camp, and I think they're going to try to get a cabin tonight at a place called Neil's Gap, where there's an outfitter called Mountain Crossing. So that's the goal, but you got to get through Blood Mountain first. All right, got to keep rolling. Hey everybody, a couple miles into my hike this morning, and just wanted to give you this view. This view you're only going to see, in March, but once the leaves start popping, then these kind of views will go away. So I wanted to share them to you now. And that mountain range, I'm going up and over. So time to get moving. Hey everybody, I'm about 5 miles into my hike and been going up Blood Mountain, and it certainly earns its moniker. It is a pretty tough climb. I've got a watch. I don't know if you can see it. Some of my work friends gave me some money, and I bought this super cool watch. It works on GPS, and it's solar, and it'll tell me my altitude gain, ascent, descent, heart rate, mileage. It's cool because then I know that if I've got 8 miles to do that day or 10 miles to do that day, then I can just look at my watch and I can say, okay, now I've got 3 more to do. Not quite to the top of Blood Mountain. I think I've got another mile or 2. I'm passing, Joey is passing me. Oh, Joey, say hi.
Hello.
All right. So, Wheezy and Blocky, if you are watching this, Joey is from York, and he knows of the Gladfelters. So, anyway, very small world. All right, better get going. All right, so this is Blood Mountain. I think it's Blood Mountain Shelter. I think it's one of the only stone shelters on the AT. How they got all this stone up here and all the slabs of slate. It's amazing. Too bad the fireplace is. And this, people sleep here. It would be pretty cold in the wintertime because it's mostly concrete stone floors. And no windows. No glass anyway. The view's pretty. Out of both sides. It's a pretty popular place for people to stop and have lunch. Wow.
I think Brasstown Ball the highest.
Gotcha.
So this is the highest point on the AT in Georgia. All right.
Did you see there's a little marker up there?
Up
There's rocks up there. There's a pin, and I don't.
Well, I am coming down from the top of Blood Mountain, and the trail isn't any better coming down than it was going up. It's just not well marked, so I got off trail just a little bit, maybe 10 or 15 feet, and I found myself in a place where it was just kind of mud and rocks, and I ended up, falling down and kind of busting my ass a little bit. Not too bad. I mean, I'm not hurt, but the mud, I went into the mud, which made me slip, but it also broke my fall. So I'm sure that's not going to be the first time that I fall on the trail, but it certainly was my first one today. So just want to get you guys updated, and I'm still heading north. Take care. I just got to my first resupply. This is Neil's Gap. This is the shoe hanging tree where people who quit, they tie their shoes together and throw them up in this tree. So you see, this is kind of a popular place for people to say, nope, I've had enough. But it's a resupply. I'm gonna get a pizza, split it with a guy that I know, and I'll show you one other spot on the trail. I think it's the only trail that actually has a roof over it, and it's this little archway. This is actually the Appalachian Trail, and it goes right through this building. I don't know why, but it goes right through. And at the other end. Hey everybody, this is the end of my 5th day on the Appalachian Trail. It was a hard one. This Blood Mountain, as I mentioned earlier, is the highest peak on the AT in Georgia, and it was pretty much straight up and straight down, and it was really challenging. The trail was just a lot of rocks, slippery rocks. That's why I fell down. I slipped on a kind of a wet, muddy rock and landed on my left hip. Anyway, so it's about 3 o'clock. We did about 8.5 miles today. I'm kind of feeling it a little bit in my right calf, and then my left hip hurts a little bit, but that's just the way it goes. So tomorrow we're going to do about another 8 miles. I'm going to try to stick with 8 miles per day for the next 2 weeks, just to get my trail legs moving and my heart and my lungs and my legs kind of synchronized. What else? Let's see, meeting some really neat people on the trail. A lot of the younger guys, so most of the guys are in their 20s and early 30s. And my competitive nature is to try to keep up with them. But, what I'm doing is I'm leaving about the same time they do. And we're going the same distance. It's just taking me maybe an hour or an hour and a half longer to hike what they do. But we're all, hiking the same distance. I'm just going real low and slow, so I don't get any overuse injury or slip again and hurt myself. So I think that's it for the day. I want you all to know that if you have somebody that's suffering or could use a dedicated day on the Appalachian Trail, please leave me a comment and give me their name and a little bit about them, and I'll be happy to announce their name and then do a dedication to them for a day. So that's it for now. I think I'm going to try to catch a ride into town to get a town meal. Probably steak. All right. We'll talk to you soon. Thanks for watching. Bye-bye.